we go.
You got your own vlog going on right here?
Yeah.
Vlog going on here. Like, subscribe, and comment. That's right.
Oh, hello there, it's Effie from the internet, from wrestling, and you are watching Cole TV.
Greetings and salutations, and welcome to our Money in the Bank prediction show. I'm XLJ, the OG, joined by my partner in crime who's singing. I'm not sure what he's singing. It's Mr. B-Roll.
Summer 11. I love Grease. I love that movie.
You're singing Grease?
Yeah. It's
Fair
summertime.
Did you ever watch Grease 2?
No, because it sucks.
Bingo. Well, welcome to our very special WWE Money in the Bank 2025 prediction show. Yay? I mean, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Like, this past month has been a little rough for the WWE, hasn't it?
Yeah. Let's get into that hard truth.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, just with everything they got going on with the TKO stuff, the cuts, the increase in ticket prices, the bullshit with WrestleMania being moved. And like, really? Has it been that great of a build to this? I mean, it's just been kind of like qualifying matches, and we're going to do the tag match and continue the women's IC match. Here's the thing. We talk about this a lot. Like, I have I'm not anticipating anything. I'm not like, I'm going to watch it, but I have no like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see this matchup or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The women's one especially is loaded, but it's just kind of like, I could hit her. You know, this isn't like a big four like WWE wants. You know, this isn't like one of the big ones. This just doesn't feel that to me. I mean, we got 4 matches, which that's fine, but just I don't know. There's just something. There's an aura that's just missing. I feel like from going to this Money in the Bank. But you say this all the time too. This is the kind of show where like you go in with no expectations and it delivers, and hopefully that's what happens on this show. Are you excited for Money in the Bank? And you look like you've locked yourself in prison or something. So don't mind B-roll. He's just locked it up. What are you doing with your finger? What the hell is happening on this prediction show? Hey, now you're frozen. What are you? You see, I asked the question to B-roll, and it just like it's got him all in disarray and disheveled. Oh my, he's in a vehicle, folks. My God, he is in a vehicle who's going to take off because he just wants nothing to do with Money in the Bank, apparently. Okay, B-roll. I calmed B-roll down. He was trying to get away from Money in the Bank and the question, but he's calmed down now. Are you prepared? And he's also stopped the vehicle too. Like, I don't know where he went to. But are you in a safe place now, B-roll?
Yes. I am in a safe place. You know, this year's Money in the Bank. Now, I know I am the pro wrestling newbie, and I haven't been a fan for that long. But like, this year's Money in the Bank seems to, I don't want to say reminds me but I can see why the Money in the Bank match originally was just at WrestleMania, and it didn't need to be its own individual pay-per-view, because this one's kind of, I don't even know if it's mid.
Yeah, it's one of the most throwaway Money in the Bank shows, like, going into it. But once again, I hope that means it's going to be a great show. But let's get right into it. We got 4 big matches to talk about. Of course, up first, let's talk about the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Laya Valkyria defending against Becky Lynch. Now, special stipulation on this one. If Becky loses, she will no longer get a shot at the Women's Intercontinental Championship as long as Lyra is the champion. Now, if Lyra loses, not only does she lose her Intercontinental Championship, but she has to raise Becky's hand in victory. I have enjoyed the matches they've put on. The feud is good. It's been solid. I'm trying to be very optimistic about this because you know my feelings. I really don't want Becky as the Intercontinental Champion, but honestly, here's the way I feel about it. I can accept this now more than I could have a month ago or whatever at Backlash because at least Lyra got that win. It's kind of like she's up 2-0 on Becky. So if Becky gets a win, then okay, so what? She's got a win in the series, and she does walk out with the Intercontinental Championship. And plus 2, I think it's inevitable that she's probably going to win it. But the thing of it is, both of these ladies have delivered tremendous matches. And I'm sure this is going to be another classic in their rivalry. What do you think about the women's IC match?
I mean, it's. I it's hard to say I'm excited about it, but I'm not excited about it. But let me tell you what would get me excited, and I've been trying to hold on to that glimmer of hope of I feel like where this is leading. Like,
go ahead and say it.
This eventually has to lead to Bayley.
Yes,
it has to lead to Bayley. Has to lead to Bayley and Becky. That's what I feel in my heart.
Yeah, I would be tickled pink if Bayley is involved in this somehow and cost Becky the match, and that leads to like them having some sort of like big blow off match. Could happen at Evolution, like a big specialty match, a gimmick match of some sorts. I would be all for that.
That would be dope. I was just thinking I feel like Becky's gonna win. I was just hoping maybe Bayley would come out at the end of it, but I like what you said better.
Yeah, I feel like if Bayley is involved, she's going to cost her the match and not so much like come out afterwards. I think it kind of defeat the purpose if she did, but it wouldn't surprise me because that's a very WWE ending to say the least. But I feel like I can't see Lyra going up 3-0 in this series. So I think Becky Lynch is going to walk out the Women's Intercontinental Champion. And also, I believe that would make her the first, what do we call it? The triple threat or Grand Slam winner or something?
How else should it be? Because she hasn't won the U.S. yet because that's just been created. So,
well, she's a former tag champion with Lyra, former Raw SmackDown champion.
So a four-time champion, basically, right?
4 different belts. She'd be the first one to do it because none of the other no previous world champion has held one of the U.S. or Intercontinental championships. So,
okay, yeah. So 4 championships. That's typically the Grand Slam championship. So
might as well count it. What do you think's going to happen in this one? Who do you think's walking out?
And now, see, this is coming from me. Like, I'm somebody I actually like Becky. I don't mind Becky, but I mean, I feel like Bayley needs to show up and
I agree.
Bayley, come show up and save Money in the Bank. Because if you show up, everybody's gonna be talking about your ass instead of how terrible Money in the Bank was.
Yeah. So that being said, do you think who's walking out?
Becky.
Becky. Yeah.
I'm sticking with that.
Yeah, I think you're right. But I tell you one thing, I've really enjoyed Lyra's run as the first women's Intercontinental champion. But hopefully it doesn't come to an end Saturday night, but we will find out. Now, also at Money in the Bank, it is the dream tag team match that nobody fucking asked for. John Cena and Logan Paul to go against Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. The last time is now. What the fuck is with the whole continuing this tagline? The last time is now. Like, what's so special about Money in the Bank? It's any different than all the other shit Cena's worked. Like, I don't get it.
This is the last time that we're gonna see Logan Paul and John Cena tagging together.
Who fucking cares? Like, I don't want to see them to tag to begin with, to be quite frank. Like, I mean, it is what it is. I get what we're doing here, but this is, to me, obviously, this is probably going to be presented as the main event. I'll keep 100. This is a piss break match for me. I don't care.
Yeah,
I do not care.
like we should be excited about Cody coming back, right? Like we should feel happy about Cody's return match.
I don't care.
We don't
Don't
care.
care.
But so let me ask you a question. When's the next Saudi show? I'm trying to remember.
It's coming up later in the month.
Coming up later in the month.
Sure.
How much you want to bet something's gonna happen between Logan Paul and John Cena, and it's gonna be Logan Paul versus John Cena in Saudi Arabia.
Wasn't gonna watch that show to begin with. And I won't watch it then. I don't know. Like, I mean, John did say he wanted to ruin wrestling. Well, there you go, buddy. Kudos to you. Like, I get it. Like, Cena, obviously, like, in this new era, this last time is now, the cocky, arrogant heel, fuck everybody else. And there isn't more of a, I hate to say this, more of a heel in the WWE right now, on the men's roster, that is, at least, than Logan Paul. I mean, everybody hates him. Like, he does it naturally because he's a turd burglar. I'm sorry. But I think one of the other underlying stories in this one is Jey Uso. So going into this one, you saw what happened on Monday night, where Jey Uso got destroyed by Seth and Bronson and Braun. He wrestles this match. Let's not forget the Monday night, this upcoming Monday night, he's going to be defending that world championship in a rematch against Gunther.
Uh-huh.
Jey Uso, his world title reign is in serious jeopardy, I think, because he took that beating. Like, this matchup's probably going to take its toll on him, because Logan and Cena are going to, like, do some diabolical things in this one. Gunther is not going to take it easy on him. So, and I think it's going to kind of segue into us talking about the men's. Good chance for an opportunity to somebody cash in that Money in the Bank on Jey Uso. Would not be shocked if that happens. But
me either. And the fact that they said on commentary this past week on Raw, they mentioned that Jey may be spreading himself too thin.
Mm-hmm. Which, while we're on the topic of talking Jey, if that's the route they go, has WWE like pulled the trigger way too soon on Jay's title run?
Well,
I think they have.
Well,
I mean, they've pretty much we've talked about this before. Love Jey Uso, but he's pretty much a catchphrase. It's a great. I love Yeet. Don't get me wrong, man. I Yeet it up. He has a dynamic entrance, one of the best in pro wrestling right now. He has a great fan base, but also it's crazy to me, like the online IWC, which is pretty much at this point is ruining wrestling, if I'm being quite frank. Bitching and moaning about Jey Uso being the champion. I mean, surely I wouldn't think this would be anything to WWE thinking, oh, we need to get the strap off of him. Because, I mean, that's going to be the last thing they do is listen to fans. I don't know, man. I really think it's a bad call if they do that, but don't be shocked if they do that. But we got to pick a winner in this one. Who you think's walking out in this tag match?
What? Well, I feel like the loser is me if I have to watch this. That's what I feel like.
Yep.
But well, so my theory is that this does turn into Cena and Logan Paul fighting each other. So I'm going to say Cody and Jay win somehow, some way.
Yeah, I think you got to give the baby faces a W here because the heels here have been kind of running away with it a little bit, and it's not for the title. So if you're gonna do that, like it makes sense for this to be the case. So I think Cody and Jay win. I think Jay gets beat down throughout this matchup, and I think you're right. I think it could lead to Logan and Cena at the Saudi show. I hope it doesn't. But you know what? Honestly, I don't got a dog in that fight because I ain't watching that show regardless. All right. Let's move on to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. And what the fuck are we doing here with some of these participants? I'm looking at you, Grande Americano. Like, really? Really? Like, okay, let's run it down. We got LA Knight, Penta, Andrade, Solo Sikoa, Seth Rollins, and yes, Grande Americano. And what may be the weirdest six guys to compete in the Money in the Bank. Like, just all
Yep.
like this is weird. It's weird to
That
me.
is facts. Like I feel like 50% of these guys, I would say, move the needle for me, and 50% of these guys, I'm just kind of like, really, they're in this matchup.
Mm-hmm. Well, typically speaking, the Money in the Bank, what it's designed for, is as a utility, a tool to get that next to get to the next level on the main roster. And you've got like Seth in here. Seth held it. Seth doesn't. Let's call a spade a spade. Andrade's not winning it. I mean, Andrade, God love him. Andrade is in this match for some crazy spots.
Andrade is in there to take the brutal ladder spots of like, oh my gosh, how did he do? Like, is he alive? Like,
yes. Grande Americano, come on, man. There's no fucking way. And if it does happen, Jesus, God help us.
The internet may get set on fire if that happens.
Yeah. Solo, I don't know. We kind of have stopped on Solo for a little while, and I mean, I think he's going more so towards a feud with Jacob Fatu. I don't see him winning. Now, if you was to put a guy to put the briefcase on, I should say, to me, out of all of them, it makes sense. The hottest guy in this is Penta, but I don't think WWE's got the balls to do that. So that rules Penta out. So now we're down to Seth and LA Knight, which, in my opinion, I think that's who it comes down to is between those two. From a heel perspective and what Seth's doing, it makes sense to do it that way for Seth to be the winner. I know you've got a theory on this.
Yes, I do.
Go ahead with what you think, because you've been talking about this for months now.
Yeah. So many minutes ago, I came to you and I said, Seth's winning Money in the Bank, and you said, "What do you mean? How does this happen?" I said, "Well, he's got this new group now. He's going to win Money in the Bank." And then I was getting a little confused about the timing of when Gunther's match with Jay was, but it is the Monday night after Money in the Bank, and that's going to be a brutal match. So I feel like Seth's winning this match, and he's going to cash in on Jey Uso on Monday Night Raw following. That's what I think.
It makes sense. I mean, I hate to say that. Now, here's the thing: if this is what I think would happen if they go that route, I don't think Seth's going to take the title off Jay, which that would be kind of cool, and it would kind of make sense, Especially think about that, Jay overcoming all those odds. What better way to put him over, right?
Yeah.
Because I think what would happen is Punk would get involved, and then also I think, like, what's this group that's kind of fighting them? Punk and Sami Zayn and well, there was somebody else in there with them, right? Oh, Jay, yeah, Jay.
By the way, okay, while we're talking about that, Sami Zayn is so freaking joining Seth's group.
You think so?
I'm sorry, I don't know if that's where you were going with it, but
Oh no, I wasn't going with, but yeah, I guess I could see that. No, I think they're gonna come out and cause interference or whatever with like Seth's group, and then all of a sudden the tribal chief returns,
yeah,
and Roman costs Seth the cash in, and then I could see them going into SummerSlam where Seth is double fucked, and one night he's wrestling Punk, and the other night he's wrestling Roman. Wouldn't be shocked if that's what they do, but LA Knight though. Like, if you look at the history of Money in the Bank, what Money in the Bank is supposed to do for talent, it would kind of make sense out of the 6 that's in this. But the thing of it is, I feel like WWE is like a year or two late to the LA Knight's popularity. I mean, LA Knight's still over, but he's not over like he was before.
Yeah.
And then therein lies to the issue: who does he cash in? When does he cash in?
Yep.
If he does it, like, to me, the thing that would make the most sense to cash it in on Cena. And what if he's the one who's in Cena's reign? I mean, how crazy would that be? Does WWE got the balls to do that? I would love to see it. I mean, you talk about what a passing of the torch. And now I'm saying this out loud. The wheels are spinning because remember, Cena and LA Knight kind of had that moment a couple years ago, where Cena kind of gave him the ball to let him run with it. So maybe something like that happens. I think there's two ways this goes, and it's what we just discussed there with Seth and with LA Knight. I'm gonna pick LA Knight on this one because that's what I want to see.
Okay.
And you're going with Seth?
I'm going with Seth.
Okay.
I could say, like, if I had like a man, I wish it would have, like, it'd be for Penta. Like,
Let me go ahead and say this. I love Chad Gable, the wrestler.
Chad Gable's not in this
Chad
match.
Gable's. Here we go again. If Grande Americano wins this, I want this to be on the record. I boycott and I will not watch the WWE for 30 days straight. You heard it here first. That means on PW60, you're going to have to watch all the WWE stuff because I will flat out refuse it if Grande Americano wins this thing. Like, just be done with that. I'm so sick of it. It's so stupid. Like, and just so just don't even get me started. I fucking hate it.
It has been a slow burn, and I don't know that it needed to be a slow burn.
Shouldn't have been anything at all, but can we say racist? But anyways. And finally, let's talk about the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. But this is the match that's going to steal the show, folks, because I have to say, at the time where all these gals are booked on the show and booked in the WWE right now, this is probably the most star-studded Money in the Bank for the ladies. And in my opinion, I think this should close the show. If they were smart, this should close the show.
I agree.
Because you have a mix here. You have Rhea Ripley, of course, who is the top woman in the WWE, regardless of her having a championship or not. That's the person everybody talks about in pop culture is Rhea Ripley.
Yep.
You've got a Liv Morgan, or I'm sorry, you've got a Alexa Bliss, who everybody loves. Would love to see her win this again and kind of finally get her place back on the card. You have, in my opinion, who I think's been the best heel in the WWE period, in Naomi. And then on top of that, you have not one, not two, but three brand new up-and-coming stars on the main roster in Roxanne, Julia, and Stephanie Fakur. You got a lot of elements in this one. I think this is going to be an exciting match. And honestly, I could see any 6 of these women winning this thing. Like, nobody winning it would surprise me. None of them not winning it would surprise me. What do you think about this woman's Money in the Bank? Are you shocked? Yep, he's shocked. Are you with us, buddy? Oh, he's trying to get out once again. Once again, he's trying to get out of answering the question. I can see you, brother, but we can't hear you.
I don't know if you can hear me.
Oh, there he
doing
is.
it again.
There he is. There he is. It's okay. We know you don't want to answer the question, but we're gonna put you on the spot. What do you think's gonna happen in this woman's Money in the Bank? Don't point your finger at me. How dare you? How dare you? He's just sitting here avoiding the question. He's gonna get up in his car again and take off. Oh, he's blaming it on technology, folks. We know damn good and well he doesn't want to answer the question.
If you can hear me, I'm going to try to leave and then come back in.
Oh my God, he's leaving. You hear this? He's leaving, folks. Well, we'll get B-roll back here in a second. You point that finger. I'll point my finger at you, sir. I'll point my finger at you.
Oh, and now it's working again.
Oh. See, now you have no way of escaping this question. What do you think's gonna happen to the woman's Money in the Bank?
Oh man, I have absolutely. There's endless possibilities here. Endless possibilities. And let me, like you were saying, any of these women could win it, and you could make an argument for it either way. This honestly is probably the toughest match to predict.
Mm-hmm.
I would say. Let me say this: with her heel character, I would love it if Naomi won it. I feel like she could do a whole lot with like winning Money in the Bank. Rhea winning it, I don't know that it really. I could see it. It doesn't really do much for Rhea though, other than just probably gets her the title back. Your 3 newcomers with Stephanie, Roxanne, and Julia. Any of them would be absolutely amazing. And can I just go on the record and say that Stephanie Vaquer can give me the devil's kiss any time of the day?
Like the rest of America.
You name the place and I'll be there. But in my heart of hearts, this is what I want. I want Alexa Bliss to win. That's what I want.
Ooh, I like it.
That's what I'm feeling. I love Alexa Bliss. Like the pop she got at the Rumble. Now we're probably a little biased because we're able to be there. It was just an awesome moment. People were genuinely shocked that she was back, and I think this is a excellent way to put her back into title contention. And so that's going to be my pick. But honestly, okay. I said on that tag match, the losers were us. I feel like the winners here are us because any of these women winning it's going to be awesome.
I think if Alexa pulls this off, if I remember here correctly, I think she would become the first ever woman in WWE history to win 2 Money in the Bank cash-ins. Because she's a previous Money in the Bank winner. So if anybody can do it, it's her, man. Would love to see it too.
Can I also say one more thing though?
Sure.
And this is gonna contradict my Alexa Bliss should win Money in the Bank, because I do also feel like it's time for a woman to not successfully cash in.
That's true. That's true, because every woman that's held the Money in the Bank briefcase has successfully cashed in. So nobody.
I don't want that for her, but
yeah,
that is
okay. Here's the way I look at it. If the one as far as like the face of WWE, like Rhea, if Rhea wins this, I think you're going to start to see some of the diehard fans, and we talked about this a little bit on PW60, but some of the diehard WWE fans, not your casuals, but like your that's been following it for years, I think they're gonna slowly start turning away from mommy. I could see that happening if she wins this, because it's just like, okay, here we go again. And she doesn't need it, honestly. Now, I love the thought of Alexa. I think that'd be great, but I think they would also they would fumble it, because I don't think they know what the fuck to do with her. So I'm gonna go ahead and rule those two out. We have our newcomers. They're gonna have great moments in this matchups, but I don't think Stephanie wins. I don't think Julia. In my opinion, it comes down to two competitors that's going to walk out with this Money in the Bank briefcase. It's either going to be Roxanne or Naomi. Now, if Roxanne does it, I think it makes sense because she's got the stuff going on with Judgment Day. And then you just kind of add that into the mix. Plus, two, like, she's a great heel wrestler. It needs to go on a heel in this one. I will say that. But in my opinion, I'm going to pick to win the Women's Money in the Bank 2025. I think this is Naomi's year. She's doing some of her best work. Like, she is, like I said before, she's the best heel in the WWE going today. And like, what better of a tool for her to utilize and just come out and just cash it in on Tiffy time after she's been in like a hell of a war, or even cashing it against Io Sky or something.
Well, and like I said, to further your theory, it is time probably for an unsuccessful cash in, and Jade could cost her the cash in. What about that?
That could, and you could see that leading to a match at Evolution. That's another possibility. I hope that doesn't happen, but I think it's Naomi's to win. I think Naomi's going to walk out with the briefcase, but I would love it if any of these competitors walked out. I think it'd be really cool if it was Roxanne, but I can't see Stephanie or Julia winning it this early on. Like, they're gonna continue their rise on the main roster, but I don't think they're gonna put the Money in the Bank on them just yet. But they will be showcased in this matchup. And the moment people are going to go the most bonkers for in this match, and you teased it a little bit on Monday Night Raw this past week, when Stephanie Fakur and Rhea Ripley lock up, that crowd is going to lose their shit in LA.
Yeah. As they should.
As they should. But definitely the Women's Money in the Bank for me is what is saving the show, what's going to be the best matchup of the night. Talking about it and stuff, like, really, I'm kind of looking forward more to Worlds Collide, which is going to take place in the afternoon there in LA, which will be available on WWE's YouTube channel. So, but we'll have a nice appetizer, if you will, with that, and then go into this Money in the Bank. Do you have any bold predictions? We kind of mentioned Bayley coming back. Yeah, I mentioned maybe Roman coming back at some point. Like, do you think anybody comes back, makes a debut? Anything crazy happens at Money in the Bank?
Like I said, I think Bayley maybe potentially comes back. Andrade's going to take a crazy ladder bump. We talked about that. Here's a bold prediction for you. I think this year we get no custom Money in the Bank briefcases.
Oh, okay.
No specialty briefcases this year. And then the other thing, I think, I would not be surprised if this year, this isn't really going into what's happening this weekend, I think we're going to get really quick cash-ins. I think Seth does it on Monday, and I almost wouldn't be too shocked if Naomi tries to do something on SmackDown like the following Friday. Like, I'm thinking quick. I don't think these people are going to hold on to him long this year for whatever reason.
Well, let me throw this at you as we're wrapping up here. Do you think possibly somebody could cash in that night at Money in the Bank?
Well, it depends on the order of the card.
Exactly. What if the tag match goes on last and Jays gets his ass beat and Seth cashes in? But to me, that wouldn't make sense, because then that make that means you got to go right into Gunther the next night,
Yeah.
which I think is an interesting scenario for Jey Uso. If you win this, it's not the most ideal to cash it in on Jey this night, because you want to let Gunther, like, you get that shit over with before you do anything. And then also, what if Gunther does get his revenge and just beats the holy hell out of Jey Uso? You're going to want to really cash in on Gunther? I don't know. Gunther's the wild card in all this, really, when you think about it, as far as like what's going to happen with that World Heavyweight Championship. Now, Cena, on the other hand, I just there's no way, I don't think, anybody would cash in on him that night successfully.
Yeah.
It just they're going to continue dragging that out till Cena's till the end of the year, pretty much, I think. And then on the ladies' side of things, we really don't have Io or Tiffany competing or doing anything on this show, so I don't think that's even an option. So I don't know. Crazier things have happened, but I agree. I could see exactly what you're saying, B-roll, and seeing that somebody does cash in that Money in the Bank sooner rather than later. But like I say, at the end of the day, hopefully, like I said, our anticipation for the show, it's not as big as other years, but hopefully that's a good thing for us going into this, and it's an awesome Money in the Bank. But we will find out this Saturday night. Well,
like I said, on PW60, hopefully, like our expectations are so low that hopefully they'll over deliver for us.
there you go. We'll find out this Saturday night. Well, thank you so much for joining us on our Money in the Bank prediction show. And please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I'm XLJ the OG. This is Mr. B-Roll, and we'll see you at Money in the Bank.